Another relatively short video. Those of you who've been keeping up with my posts, you'll know that I've been converting a Bachmann On30 Davenport Gas Mechanical into an open-cab Backwoods Miniatures version. I just made a start on that. Still quite a bit more to do, but the next stage really is to get the loco converted to DCC. As you possibly already know, the standard arrangement, the motor has this little plastic clip on there which secures it, and on the top of the clip you see there's two little forks. Into those plug the normal Bachmann PC board. This one, as you can see, has got the NMRA 8-pin blanking plug. I mean, in theory you could leave this on the Davenport and plug a decoder with an 8-pin NMRA plug straight into the socket there, but it's going to take up too much space. There's not enough room really under the hood of this to get all that in, or at least I don't want it crammed that tight. So I'm doing away with that. So you need to just chop off these little forks at both ends, and then clean the surface with a bit of IPA or whatever, and then fix the decoder. This Lais decoder here, they're quite inexpensive to buy. I've just secured with a bit of double-sided tape, and I've been making a start on some of the wiring. There's 3 of their wires we're not going to need here, so rather than chop those ridiculously short, I've cut them all to slightly different lengths, and then I put a bit of heat shrink over there and shrunk that down. I normally use a lighter for all that, just to waft the flame across, not for long, and make sure you don't singe anything, and then pinch them together. So that way that keeps them out of the way, and because they're all slightly different lengths within the heat shrink, they're not going to short out. These other 2 wires here, these are going to go to the front LED light, and as you possibly know, the standard headlight in the Davenport is LED, so it is polarity sensitive. The long leg there you can see is positive, so I'm going to use the original Bachmann plugs that I pulled off that, the black and the red, to get that polarized correctly. As far as the motor is concerned, I've unsoldered the capacitors because we don't need those if it's going to be running on DCC. That's left us just with the orange and grey, and I've now soldered those directly onto the motor contacts. And then finally the red and black will connect to the decoder wires, so that directly hardwire connects the wheel wiper pickups to the decoder, so there's nothing really to go wrong there. These other 2 wires I'm going to use, this is for a Keep Alive. I'm going to use a Lais Keep Alive. I've just got a couple more just arrived in the post. I couldn't buy the size I normally buy. This one's a bit bigger, but they'd run out of stock of the others. But I'm hoping I can disguise that perhaps in the back there, behind this grating, or maybe up under the roof. I'm not sure yet. And then I'll try and disguise the wires somehow. So these are very good. That keeps the wheels running for a long time after the power's been disconnected. Then all of this, then hopefully I can sort of loop up a little bit and get it safely packed away under the hood before that goes back on. So so that's how we're doing so far. Obviously I'm using flux on all my soldered connections. It's really important. Hopefully maybe in a day or so, possibly even later today, if it's not too hot in my man cave, I'll get all the work finished, and then I'll post another picture showing it all functioning. Then I carry on with the Backwoods Miniatures conversion. Anyway, I hope that's of some help. I have published a few other videos on my Black Dog Mine YouTube channel about how to dismantle the Davenport in order to carry out wheel repairs and replacements and so on. So be sure to check those if that's something that you think will help you. Good luck.